Hello everyone, my name is Raghav Arneja. I am from India, New Delhi. I did my masters in artificial intelligence from Queen Mary University of London. Today I'm making this short video to express my gratitude to Road to Abroad and Shreyas Bhaiya, who actually helped me to get my desired course and the desired university that I wanted. And for Shreyas Bhaiya, who was there all along the way to answer my silly questions that I had. Because as students, when we think of applying outside, we have a lot of questions in our mind, like how will I deal with the deadlines? How will I do my IELTS? How will I make an SOP? How will the visa process will go? And how will I take a bank loan? Like all of these questions that we had in our mind. So today I will be sharing my experience and how Shakespeare made it so the this tedious process so easy for me. And yeah, so I would like to start by I was in when I was in undergraduate, in the second year I thought of going to abroad for my masters. I did bachelors in computer applications, so where I started going through a lot of agencies in New Delhi, and I went through a lot of agencies in New Delhi. And the one basic thing that all the agencies told me that it's not possible to get admission in UK because you had a 3-year course, and Bachelor of Computer Application is not uh, like okay to get admission in artificial intelligence. So I was actually, when I went to all of the agencies, after that I was actually really demotivated, and I actually thought of changing my plans to some other country because everybody told me that you can't get admission in UK. So when I went to Shreyas Bhaiya, so I told him that I wanna go abroad for masters. He told me where. So I told my plans that I wanted to go to London, but I can't. I think because I can't get admission in London. So he said, "Why you can't get admission in London?" I said, like I went to a lot of agencies, and every agency told me that you can't get admission in London. So I think it's not possible. So that's why I want to change my plans and I want to apply to Canada. So he actually asked me what I wanted to do, in which admissions, like which university I want to go to in London. And he had more confidence in me than I had it in myself, actually. And he actually told me that we can get admission in London. It's not difficult. I said, I'm actually really confused and I am not so confident. So he told me, okay, if you want, we'll apply to the university that you want in London. And for yours, for my like I was confused. So he told me that we'll apply some university outside London also, like in Canada. So I said, yeah, that's fine with me. So when I got admission, and he was there to look after all the deadlines of the universities, like the deadlines of the universities that had. He applied before all the deadlines, and he also applied in Canada for me. So when I first got admission, like first got an offer letter from one of the universities in London, I was actually really surprised, and I was actually really happy. And after that we applied to more and more universities in London, and one of the universities is Queen Mary. That was the top universities that I wanted to apply. I was really not sure that I'll get admission, but he made it possible, and I was really happy about it. And after that, so before this all of the applying apply for before applying to all these universities, I gave the IELTS exam. And I'll not lie, I gave the IELTS exam twice. In the first time I didn't clear it. I cleared the exam, but I didn't got the overall score that I wanted. So the other time when I went to Shreya's Bhaiya, I actually took his course. There's like a course that he had. It's like a booster course, and I took his course, and he actually focused on the weak areas of that I had. So my weak area was writing. I was really not good in writing, so he actually focused on that, and he actually made it possible to get me the desired score that I wanted. I got the score, and we then went to the SOP. So I saw a lot of people, like a lot of agency, they what they do is they write SOP for the candidate. But Shreyas Bhaiya, he told me to write the SOP by myself, and he was there to help me, see the mistakes, structure my SOP, because it should be real. It should be what I wanted to write. Shouldn't be something that the other person is writing. So I actually wrote the whole SOP, and he made it structured it. He helped me structure it. He helped me correct my mistakes, and made an really good SOP. So after that, IELTS and SOP were done. So now we applied, and we actually got into the university, and I was really shocked. So I actually literally forgot about the Canada. You know, I was so confident, and he wanted me to apply to UCL also, but at that time I got into Queen Mary. But I know if I would have applied to UCL also, I would have gotten into UCL. But I'm happy. It's because when I came to London, I got to know that Queen Mary Artificial Course is much better than the course in UCL, and they are both part of Russell Group only. They're the part of, like, they're the top university. So I'm really happy that I got into Queen Mary. After that, we went through the bank. So I wanted a bank loan, and there was some problem going on with the property that I was not getting a bank loan. And Shreyas Bhaiya helped my father was getting a bank loan on a property, and he was there all along the way, and he helped my dad to get a loan from a bank, like SBI. We took the bank loan from SBI, and he actually helped him to get a loan from SBI also. And I'm saying this because he was not there just for IELTS and SOP. He was also there to help me in the bank process also. And after the bank process I got, he actually applied the visa also. He actually helped me in the visa process also. But when I was going for visa process, I had a lot of little questions in my mind, like how will I the what will they ask me, is there any interview going on in the visa process? How will I submit my documents? I was really, messed up in my head, and he cleared all my doubts so easily. He helped me, uh, clear my doubts and get me like more confident, and help me with my anxiety issues, like everything. He was there all along the way. And after I successfully, because it was, and one more thing is that when I was applying, it was 2020. I came here in 2020, and at that time it was a lockdown in India. Still, he managed to get everything in time, because the banks and the visa process, everything was getting delayed. Still, she managed to get everything in time, and that was really good of him. Other than that, he also helped me to book my accommodation in London, because when I was coming here alone. And so he helped me. He told me how the process will go, how will you go to London. He helped me book my flights, he helped me book my accommodation, and he helped me to get safely from the airport to the accommodation, which, because I obviously, if I'm coming to London, I don't know anything about London. And he actually stayed in London. He did his masters in London, and he did his postgraduate also in Germany. So he actually helped me to explain, like, how will you go from airport to the accommodation. He actually helped me to get like a card, like a debit card, which I used it outside, in the London, outside India. And he also helped me to get a SIM, SIM, so that I can use it to get my Uber on the airport, which actually helped me to get you to the accommodation like easily. And after that, when I came into the accommodation, I still had a lot of questions in my mind. Like, suppose I was doing my master's degree, and I told him how to apply for jobs. When should I apply for jobs? Should I apply to part-time internship? Should I do like a part-time job? And he was there to answer all of those questions. So uh, I'm sharing all of these experiences because I want to tell you, because when we go through all this process, we go through a lot of things. Like, we go through anxiety. We are also really anxious to go outside, but we are also really, it's really difficult to leave your home where you live for like so many years. So I'm telling you this because this is really how would I say, it's really good. It's really good to have someone who can help you, who had the same experiences. And Shreyas personally, he actually make a personal like contact with you, and he asks you if you have any questions. He answer you like really well, and if you have any confusions, like everything. And I actually wanted my friends to also apply. They also wanted to apply to UK, and they were also confused like me. So I told them to go to Shrewsbury, and one of my friends also successfully came in UK. He's in actually University of Birmingham, and I'm also happy for that. Like somebody from my place actually came in UK. And so, and I also suggested a lot of people to go through to go to Shrewsbury, because one of the things I really like about Road to Abroad is they make you sit and make you like, they ask you like what do you want to do. They just don't like suggest you the universities and the things like out of the box. They just they research about like your area, and they suggest good things that you like the university you like, the courses you want to do, not the courses that somebody else suggest. And also when I came here, I had to do a lot of like, I had questions like how will I do registration in my health, like NHS. We have NHS here, so how will I register to NHS? He was there to answer that questions also. And after I graduated, I had these questions like how will I do my CV, how will I apply to jobs. He also supported me in that, and he also supported me to get an like an internship before I was graduating from the university. And I successfully had an internship when I got out of the university. Also, when I got out of the university, I had like I wanted to change places. So he was there to tell me like how can I look for more places to live out of the accommodation. So it's like everything, I want to say, he was there for me every time. Whenever I tell him, apart from the time difference we have, like 5.5 hours of time difference we have in India and UK, he was still there. And he's still, now also he's still there if I have any doubts and I want to ask any questions. That that's what really uh, I'm happy about, and I'm really happy that he's there for me every time when I want it. So I would definitely recommend everyone who is like thinking of going abroad and had these questions in their mind, just go to Road to Abroad and go to Shrewsbury. He will treat you as a family. He will ask you your doubts, what do you have, what do you want to do. And that's what I really like about Road to Abroad. And I really want to thank Road to Abroad, and especially Shrewsbury and his team for everything, and to get me into the desired university, and after that getting a successful internship, and probably get a successful job also in the future. So this is me thanking you, and this is me signing off. Thank you so much, Bhaiya. And yeah.